it's Diana. Thanks for tuning in today for Mystery Monday. I have got a few sneak peeks for you while we wait for everybody to hop on. I'm trying to remember how we get to where I can see you guys on here. And I think I'm going to, I don't know, I think I might go to doing YouTube Live instead of Facebook, but we will see here, because this is just getting really complicated for me anyway. Hi, Tamala. It's getting really complicated for me to kind of figure out, and I don't know if YouTube would be easier for you guys to get on. I have a couple people who are having trouble logging on. I have somebody who doesn't have Facebook at all, so I'm just wondering if we should go to YouTube Live, and then I can cross post the video once it's over. I can download it and put it on here. So just some things I think might be coming in the future, so watch for those comments or posts to keep track of what is going on. I do have a couple of new products. As you can see, the new catalog goes live on May the 3rd. So I'm so excited. If you're in my Stampers Club, you will have already gotten your catalog. But if you don't have one and you would like one, please let me know. You can message me here, or you can message me privately. But here's a couple. This is a new stamp set that I got. I participated in a little online project, and this was the set I was sent. We're going to be playing with that at my next Stampers Club. And I also have the new in color papers. So you've probably seen those. I posted sneak peek of the in colors on my Facebook page. So how fun are those? Yes. So very bright this year, very bright and colorful. And then this is called, this paper is called Printed Patterns, or Pretty Prints. Pretty Prints. And I just love these colors they've got. And the prints that they have on here, they're kind of like water splashes, or I don't know, they're just really unique. I was really drawn to these patterns and the colors. I guess I'm a jewel tone girl. How about you guys? Are you jewel tones? Let me put these aside. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a taste of those. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my light so you can see a little bit better here. And hopefully, hi Joe, glad you could tune in. Hope you're feeling better. Thanks for the cute card. Oh, I was also going to show, where did I put those? I got some really sweet cards in the mail, and I just wanted to show you guys these cute cards. Look at this one I got from Joe. Isn't that cool? And it's like a middle flap. Isn't it cute? I know, and then this set's going out. I'm so sad. Discontinued. Isn't that fun? Thank you, Joe, so much. I love that card and that pattern. I'm going to be using that in the future. And then I got this really cute one. Look at that. It's got, see the polka dots? And this, what a neat idea that is. And it opens like this. And this is the little stitched, these little stitched flowers. Anyway, isn't that cute? I love this idea. You guys will probably be seeing that with the new in colors. Wouldn't that be fun? They're nice and bright. So just wanted to share those cards with you while we wait for people to hop on. Okay, and hopefully everyone has clue number 1. And let's go ahead and get started. I know, yeah, aren't they cute? So cute. Joe did a great job. Okay, so let me just go through. I did not send you out a picture of my supplies that I sent. I used. I usually send those out beforehand. So I'm sorry about that. I forgot and no one reminded me. So colored cardstock, 5.5 by 7 1/4. I'm using black, plus a scrap. I have a scrap here. Basic white cardstock, 2 7/8 by 5 1/4, and a scrap. And then designer series paper, the same pattern. One piece is 1 by 5 1/4. And then your paper says 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. But when I was putting this card together, I think it actually looks better with 2 3/8 rather than 2 3/4 rather than 2 7/8. So if you have your trimmer close by, if you want to trim this piece to 2 3/4, I think it layers a little bit better. Okay, so that was just this big piece. It did say 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. If you want to cut it to 2 3/4 by 5 1/4, I think it just fits the card a little bit better as I was doing it. I'm using this stamp set, Inspired Thoughts. This is mostly just for the greeting, but I did use a card that used hand-penned petals because this card that I'm using for this doesn't have any embellishment, but the other one that I made for hand-penned petals does have embellishment. So I wanted to show you both ways to do it. Two different card options. So that's what I've got here, and then I just have my Night of Navy pad and my block and my glue. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me see if we've got any comments, and we will get started stamping. Hey, Joyce. Or is Joyce not on? Maybe you were just trying to tag her in the video. Maybe. Is Joyce having trouble getting on? Let me double check and see if I have any messages here. Oh yeah, so you're trying to help Joyce hop on. Hopefully she can hop on here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. People are just having such a hard time finding it and getting on. So I don't know if the YouTube live would be easier for people or not. I mean, I don't know. I just click on go live and it pops up however it pops up on your guys' end. So I apologize that it's so frustrating for you guys. I want to make it fun and easy. So I don't know. Hopefully Joyce will hop on here real quick. Oh, you guys are going to have to type in, because all of you already have your catalogs. Type in your favorite new item from the new catalog. What is your favorite new item? While we wait for Joyce to pop on here. Are you on, Joyce? Hopefully. So anyway, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started so that those of you that are on here don't have to hang out too long. This is a really quick, simple card, so hopefully you guys can have fun going back to it and do several different samples. There she is, Joyce. Yay! Okay, let's go ahead and get started, ladies. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So here's clue number 1, and we're going to go ahead and get ready for clue number 2. Okay, so clue number 2. And hopefully this is big enough. It seems like my camera is not as close up as it usually is, but I don't know how it can't be, because it's set at 1 that I can't adjust it. So hopefully you guys can see that. Next time I'll try to make it a little bigger font. I know Karen was having trouble at one point trying to see the smaller font. So okay, so what we're going to do, and of course I forgot my scoring tool, we're going to take our colored cardstock that measures that. And we're going to score it. We are going to score it at 4 1/4 on the long side, okay? So this would be the long side. So we're going to put it in here, and if you've got your handy dandy little ruler thingy, you just put it right up to the 4 1/4. If you need a little ruler tool, just let me know. Make sure you score it, don't cut it, use your scoring blade. Okay, so there we've got that scored at 4 1/4. Now, if you want to, take this little piece and cut it off at 2 3/4. Remember I said this was 2 7/8. Okay, cut it off at 2 3/4. Okay, I think it just fits a little bit better. If you've got it available. If not, don't worry about it. You'll see what I mean when we get to that part of the card. It's not a big deal. It just, you know, you have to tweak things sometimes, ladies. Hopefully you're all sitting in your pajamas, stamping along, because darn it, I'm stamping in my pajamas. Hopefully you are too. Okay, let me scroll down, see if there's any comments from anyone. No, April, we won't FaceTime for just a little bit. The split card, oh yes, I know, those split card texture dies, those are really cool. Yes, very cool. There's so many neat things. Okay, so everybody got this scored. I'm going to set number 2 aside. And let's do clue number 3. Clue number 3. Adhere the designer series paper that measures 2 7/8 to the right front panel of the card. So this is the one that we just cut to 2 3/4. But it says 2 7/8. So we're going to fold this on our score, and if you have a bone folder, you can bone folder it, or you can use the back of a scissors or the handle of a scissors if you want, just to get that crisp edge. So what it's saying is we're going to take this DSP that measures 2 7/8 or 2 3/4 now, and see how that just fits a little bit better. The 2 7/8 was just a little bit too big. Okay, so let me go ahead and put some glue on here, and I'm just using the adhesive. It wants it to the right front panel of the card. I think that means left. Oh, you know what? I don't think that's the one it's talking about. Hold on. Hold on just a second. I think the clues, did the clues get mixed up? To the right. Yeah, this should say left. Left. Add designer series paper that measures 2 7/8 by 5 1/4 to left front panel of the card, because it's supposed to go here. This is the left, not my right. Maybe so, it's maybe your other right. Sorry about that, that's confusing. Bummer. Oh well. That's what it means though, okay? So we're going to adhere this. Oh, look at the back of that. Oh, and this is that fancy DSP we used at Stampers Club, guys. That's amazing. Oh, make sure you get it. So one thing is, everything that I'm demonstrating here today almost is being discontinued. So if you want this paper, go online, because a lot of this stuff is being discontinued, almost everything I'm using. So this paper, you know, they always get rid of the DSP and bring out new DSP, which is great. But if you like this particular DSP, which a lot of you did, you want to go ahead and try to get it ordered now. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I'm going to order me 2 packs before that goes out, because I just love it so much. It's so elegant. Okay, so we're going to stick that down here. Sorry for the mess up in directions. This should say left. Left front panel of the card. The funny thing is, I go through all of this and read through it to make sure the directions are right. I totally messed that one up, didn't I? Okay, well, let's go on to the next clue. Like I said, this is a really simple card. Add the basic white cardstock that measures 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. Oh, no, that's the wrong clue. Sorry, that was 5. We need to do 4 first. add the designer series paper that measures 1 by 5 1/4 to the right side of the card. This is technically on the inside. So it's going to actually go right here in this little strip that we have here. So let me put some glue, but you can actually use the back of this too. It's really, really pretty. And if it has a pattern you want to line up, you can line up your pattern too. Mine doesn't really line up too much because it's so swirly, but it lines up a little bit. See there? Okay. So that's kind of the right hand side of the card, but technically the inside of your card. So when it opens, it looks like that. Okay. I can't wait to see what cards, what DSP you guys are using, because I know that's going to affect exactly, it's going to affect how it looks just by the DSP and stuff that you're using. Okay. Okay, let's go on. See, this is going to be a really simple card. You can already see it coming together. Okay, so number 5 was add the basic white cardstock that measures 2 7/8 by 5 1/4 to the inside of the card under the front flap. So we're going to put this in, and the clue I'll have for you, I'll give to you. Now, if you want to stamp it first, go ahead and stamp it first. But I kind of tucked it right in to the middle, really close, so that when you close your flap, you don't see it. So just kind of put it kind of close to the fold where you're folding it, and then it'll close down a little bit. Just tuck it right in there. Okay. So, and if you wanted to stamp a greeting or something, I got glue on there. If you wanted to stamp a greeting or something, you know, I always say stamp first, then glue. So if you wanted to stamp your greeting, I didn't have a greeting on mine, but if you wanted to stamp it, you certainly could stamp it first before you glue it down. So, or stamp a little image there on the inside. That way, if you mess it up, you can flip it over and stamp the other side. So always stamp first, then adhere. So if you wanted to do that step, do that now. Okay, so besides Tamala, anybody else have any favorites out of the new catalog? What do you think about the in colors? Is everybody excited about them? Not too excited about them? What are your thoughts? Anything? Okay. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, we'll go on here. I also have a Hostess Code, so in case you do want to get any of the products on the clearance rack, I'll be showing a Hostess Code at the end. It will count towards club purchase, so if you do want to order before the end of the month, you can certainly get in on that and use this Hostess Code, but it will go for Jermaine for her Hostess workshop. So, okay, let's go on. See, this one's an easy one, ladies, right? Okay. Stamp greeting on basic white scrap and use dies, punches, snips, or trimmer to cut it out. Okay, so we're going to set this aside a little bit. And I've got my little scrap here, and you can kind of see I'm going to be using one of our dies. The punches, a lot of the punches are going out. So make sure if you have a punch, a favorite punch, and you haven't gotten it yet, make sure you get that ordered because it's not going to be available. I'm going to use this You Make a Difference Every Day out of that stamp set I showed, Inspired Thoughts. Okay, and I think it's going out too. I think it is going out too. I'm just using Night of a Navy because I didn't want to use black. There we go. Oh, I didn't bring a cleanup pad. Oh well, that's okay. I'll set that aside. Okay. So we'll put this aside, and it got a little bit crooked, but that's okay. We're going to cut it out with a die, so you're not going to be able to tell at all. Let me set this aside, and I've got my little mini. Oh, yeah, I got my mini, but I don't have the plates, and I'm going to use Stitch So Sweetly. Yes, they're going out. I use these so much. I'm really disappointed. Really disappointed. And I'm actually going to use 2 of my dies from this one. I like how they layer together. That's why I love this set so much. Let me grab my plates. Okay. So the Make a Difference one, this one, we're going to use the smaller one because it's going to layer inside. So you've got your number 3. My number 3. I've got one of my number 2s. I've got 2 number 2s, but then this goes here, and then this goes face down, and then I'm going to place just a little post-it note. Line that up. Even though it's crooked, line it up. Stick that little post-it note down so that it holds. And then what I usually do is I'll set this one, my top plate, in a little bit further first than the bottom plates. So they're kind of staggered. See how my plates are staggered? And then that just helps it grab a little bit faster. It grabs that top plate. That makes sense? There we go. So I'm going to remove this. So if you guys are using punches, you're probably already done by now. There's that. And then I'm just going to use my scrap of black. I'm going to do the same thing, but except for I'm going to cut out the big piece with the black. I don't really need it to be centered, so I'm just going to cut it. Staggered my plates again. And roll it through. So we have that one. Yeah, this is one of my favorite dies. So I'm really, really going to miss these. And then at the end of the video, I'll also tell you a fun event that's happening too. So make sure you tune in and stay tuned in clear to the end, and you'll be one of the first people to get in on this special deal. So, okay, how's everybody doing? Did you get that all done? Yeah, and look at how many dies you get. See? And they all just layer together so pretty. So disappointed. But, I mean, my whole thing is I usually get rid of my discontinued items just because I can't sell them to you anymore. I mean, I don't want to demonstrate with something you can't buy because that's just frustrating as heck, isn't it? So, so that's why I'm talking about getting rid of them, because that's just what I do in my personal business is I get rid of the old stuff to buy the new stuff. So, okay, let me scroll down, see what we've got going on. Yes, Joe, you like the new colors? Good. I know they're really bright and pretty. Really bright and pretty. Okay, let's go on. Hopefully you guys have your stuff cut out, your greeting cut out. Doesn't have to be layered like mine. It can be just a straight greeting, just this part. Doesn't have to be. Oh, create a mat for your greeting, which is what I just did. Sorry, I didn't know that was a whole separate clue. Forgot. So create a mat for your greeting, layer with a scrap piece of colored cardstock, if desired. You don't have to. And then adhere the 2 layers together. So depending on if you use scissors or a die or a punch, then you can layer it together if you wanted to. I'm going to layer mine right there. And put those 2 together. So there you go. I'm also really disappointed that mini messages is going away. I can't believe that's going away. It was so versatile. The one die with all the punches. Oh well. Out with the old, in with the new, right? Okay, you guys got your greetings punched and layered, hopefully. Okay, let's go on since I kind of did that for the last step too. Okay, here we go. Number 8, add the greeting layers to your card front so that most of it is on the front of the card on the DSP and the rest is on the other piece of DSP. So what it's telling us to do here is we're going to layer this piece, our greeting piece, over here. And we want most of it to be on the card part so we can adhere it good. And then, but just a little bit hanging over so you can see how the card's coming together right now. So, you can use dimensionals if you want to. I'm just going to use a little bit of glue on this particular one. And then if you have another embellishment, you might want to use dimensionals there. But I'm just going to kind of put it right there so that it is flat. Flat to that. How simple is that? Isn't that a pretty card? Especially with this paper. I know a lot of you got this paper. So how simple is that? This would make a really elegant wedding card if you did white on white maybe, or a blush pink, blushing bride. You could do that. Very pretty. Okay, well, we're almost done with our card, but I do want to go through a couple more steps just in case you want to embellish them some more. So here's number 9. If your card needs an additional accent, like a stamped image or something, you can cut it out or punch it out with your dies and add it to your card front up here on the flap. So if your card was a little bit empty and you wanted to add something, then you would add it up here. So let me go ahead and show you, because our card is pretty much complete except for adding some embellishments. But let me show you this card that I did using an extra embellishment. Okay, so this is the hand penned, and you can see, but this flower I went ahead and colored it separately and punched it out, used a die to punch it out. This paper is pretty busy, so I don't know, I maybe should have used the other side of the DSP to add the embellishment, because it does get a little bit lost, but I like how it comes down onto the tag. And this is a punch that I used, but this punch is also going to be discontinued. And then I added just a little bit of the ribbon for that. So that's what I'm talking about when it's talking about it. Does it need more embellishment? Do you need something else? See, on this one, I don't think it needs anything else because of the paper. This one, it probably didn't need anything else either. I probably overdid it. But it probably needs some Stella too, because everything needs Stella. So, but anyway, that's what it's talking about. If you want to add extra embellishment, or if your card's missing, it looks like it's missing something, depending on your DSP. Okay. I gotta go let my cat out because she's scratching at the door and it's annoying. Go, Millie. Okay, sorry about that. But if you know me, you know Millie. So, okay. So this was with the hand pen petals. Okay. And I think that one's staying actually. That's the one. The punch isn't. So make sure you get the punch if you want the punch. Okay, let's see. I think there's one more clue, but I'm sure you probably know what it is. Add embellishments if desired. So as you can tell, I added the little bow. I didn't think this one needed anything else. I mean, I guess I could have put a couple of little rhinestones on here, or even the gold butterflies, but I don't know. I just thought it was very elegant and very simple, and it looked perfect. And this is the same. I could have added some dots, or some of the faceted dots or sequins, something to that one, but I don't think it needs it. I think I overdid it anyway. Okay guys, what do you think? How easy was that? See, very easy. We are already done with our project, and it's just now going on a half an hour, and I talked a lot too. Okay guys, so I promised you the Hostess Code. So if you want to go ahead on and pick out some items that are discontinued and you want to get in on the clearance rack, use this Hostess Code and it will go towards your Hostess order in May. And remember, we're meeting May 1st. It is the first Sunday in May, so don't let it sneak up on you. I will try to remind you, but you know how that goes. Also discontinuing are these in colors, guys. So these in colors are going out. And I used those in colors here. So this is Bumblebee. And then the Bumblebee is right here. And then Misty Moonlight is going away. It's that really, really pretty blue, this one. So, and Patty probably will be mad because this bright pink is going out. But we have another new pink, so it's pretty. But anyway, so just remember that those colors are going out also, because we'll have the new in colors as I explained. Okay, so here's the cool news that I wanted to share with you. So this year, instead of selling my discontinued items, I'm going to have mystery boxes. Okay, so for $75, you get a mystery box, and in that mystery box, you're guaranteed at least one bundle. So a bundle is a stamp set and matching dies, or a stamp set and a matching punch, plus another stamp set, plus an embellishment. It could be a roll of ribbon that's unopened, a pack of paper, a pack of paper that's unopened. This isn't open stuff. Now my stamp sets and dies are used, of course, but any other embellishment that's in there is not used. So I have about 3 to 4 mystery boxes, and they are first come, first serve. You don't get to go through the mystery box. You purchase it in advance, and then I will have numbers on them. So, oh, Karen, you made it. Cool. I'm so glad. So the mystery boxes will be first come, first serve. The first person to respond will get first choice of the boxes. You can't see in the boxes, so I don't know that that would help you very much, but that will be it. I only have, like I said, 3 to 4 mystery boxes. They're worth way more than $75. But this is just an easier way. Instead of me trying to sell everything individually, I'm just really going to bundle them together and sell them to you guys so that I can get rid of the stuff. So you're going to get quite a bargain for $75, but it is first come, first serve. So once they're gone, they are gone. And you guys that are tuning in right now are the first to hear about it. Now I will be posting it on my Facebook page tomorrow, and they're not for sale. I mean, you can reserve your mystery box now, but I can't sell them to you until May the 3rd. So I might be able to let you take them with you on May the 1st at Stampers Club. So I might be able to do that for you. Anyway, that's a new thing I'm trying, so I hope somebody loves that idea and has fun with that. I will, like I said, post it on my Facebook tomorrow, so if you want to RSVP for a mystery box now, you can certainly do that. You can private message me, or you can respond on Messenger. I would prefer if you don't respond on the video, because it's so hard for me to go back and look at comments. It doesn't make it easy. I have to watch the whole video almost to see the comments, because they comment, I don't know, and there's probably a way to do it, and I just haven't figured it out yet. But I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and I hope you love this project, and I want to see your samples, okay? Do some samples and show me. Get online. Get those clearance items. You can order now, and you can order again at Stampers Club if you need to. That's perfectly fine. At Stampers Club, we will probably be ordering from the new catalog, though, because I won't be able to get the order in that day. Usually, I don't have all the orders in. So on May 1st, we'll actually be ordering out of the new catalog. So I'll place that order on May the 3rd. So if you do want stuff out of the clearance or out of the current catalog, go ahead and order using this Hostess code, okay? Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Post your samples below or message me with them. The neat thing is people can see them if you post them here, but if you post them on any of our chat groups, we can see them there too. So, okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening. Bye.